shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones up to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They run the counter now on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Rob Gronkowski, he's the cowbell of this offense.
So good that you just can't call him a tight end. You call him a special receiver. Can often line up on the backside of a formation and be the primary target. And no one has more fun in this league than Gronk.
Garoppolo, he's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide receiver, 77 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A big play there for the Patriots. 32 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he knocks it through. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
On first down, Kessler. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, and excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room to maneuver. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator. What do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
Going up top. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there. but I like his moxie.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he motions the wide receiver. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Garoppolo now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards to go here on second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
And the wideout in motion.
Watch it now, Barney.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. 30.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And taken right on the 30. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Leopard.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They come out here in the eye. Now Kessler on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Watch it now, Barney.
On third down, Kessler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Let's go! Boom! Landed! Detroit! Now here we go. Now check! Over!
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from Cleveland after this. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. His pass caught at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun, it's Kessler to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They come out here in the I. Final play of the half. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman as time expires in the first half. And the Browns get a score closer. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And they're going to go soft on the corners. There's Garoppolo to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Deep drop. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down. Slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Gone! Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
This is Hill. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now they're in the hurry up.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They come out here in the eye.
3, 19. Let's go. 3, 39. Over.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here.
Right,
Press coverage look defensively.
Lucky 56.
And now they'll throw it with Kessler. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air. And that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And now out come the Patriots. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll run it here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They come out here in the eye. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A big play there for the Patriots. 35 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. 3rd down now following the run. And again this time to the tailback. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 17 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
On third down, here's Hill. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now Kessler. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go. Kessler on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come up in an offset eye.
Detroit, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he comes back with one complete. The 13 yards that time and a first. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Pats are set up now with a first and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of, and now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second and goal. There's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go now. Over.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there. And
that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Stiff-armed him. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and a try for 2, unsuccessful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Pats going for it. Garoppolo. It got his man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.